Because it's actually so real what I'm about to talk about right now. It's really how I've been feeling too. How much youth do you really have at 28? People love to say 28 is old, but it's not really true. It's also very incomplete because what nobody explains is how much youth you actually have left. There are different parts about being young though. You have one layer, your biological youth, and this is what most people are obsessed over, and this is what most people talk about. Your body, your physical body, your hormones, your recovery, your physical edge. And the honest truth for men, your physical peak doesn't vanish at 30, it plateaus. From your mid 20s to your early 30s, your body is still incredibly capable if you respect it. Justin Gatlin was a world champion in track and field in his 30s. At 28, which is the age I am right now, I know I look younger. Your testosterone is still high, your muscle building potential is strong, your nervous system still adapts quickly, and your body still forgives mistakes. If you train, sleep, and eat, manage stress, you realistically have 7 to 10 years of strong physical youth left. That makes me feel really good because I do feel like I'm running out of time. I'm not going to lie to you. I've never had this sense of urgency in my life. Like, it's 8 o'clock after a long work day, and I'm here making videos because I'm passionate about this topic. And I want to make videos. I want to do more. I want to help more people. I want to just do more, you know? And that's very important to me. Most men don't lose their youth because of age. They lose it because of neglect. They stop moving, they stop sleeping, they drink too much, they live in stress. Time doesn't take youth suddenly, it collects it slowly. Another layer of youth that people don't talk about much, that's the opposite of like your physical component of it, is your cognitive youth. This one surprises people. Your brain doesn't fall off a cliff at 30. At 28, your brain is fully developed, only for like 3 years actually. Damn. You still learn quickly, you still rewire habits, and you can still adapt fast. In fact, in many areas, creativity, strategy, pattern recognition, people actually improve in their 30s. You have 10 to 15 years of high mental capacity if you keep using your brain. So if you want to learn something new, if you want to build skills, it's not too late. You are just as capable as learning new things and becoming smart and intelligent in your late 20s as you were in your late teens. This is why so many artists, creators, and founders don't break through until their 30s. Jeff Bezos, for example, he's one of the richest men in the world now. He didn't even start Amazon until his early 30s. Everyone's path is different. So if you think you're in your 20s and you're fucking up, think again. Youth of the mind lasts longer than youth of the body, but only if you engage it. Another layer of youth and being young is the social aspect of it. I'll say social youth. This is how the world treats you, because unfortunately that matters. Even me as somebody who's like, I don't care how the people think of me. I do try to say that a lot. But I only say that because I want to be confident in my actions and I want to have the courage to do things if I want to do it. But it does matter how people think of you, and it does matter how the world treats you, because we live in a society and we live around people. You're going to have to work with people. You're going to have to sell to people. You're going to have to buy from people. You're going to have to be liked from people. We live in a society. We don't live by ourselves. So how the world treats you matters, and how people think about you matters. At 28, you're still considered young, but not clueless. People stop expecting mistakes and chaos. They start expecting some direction. At this point, people do expect you to kind of have something to show for the years and years and years of adulthood that you've had in your life already. Excuses get way less sympathy. For me, I hate all my excuses, and I have plenty of them. Everybody has excuses. Discipline gets way more respect. This is actually a power window. You're old enough to be taken seriously and still young enough to reinvent. but it comes with pressure, and pressure is uncomfortable. When you're 28 years old, you can still fail publicly. You can still change paths. You can still experiment. You can still rebuild identity, but this window is not infinite. You might have kids. If not now, you want kids in the future. You probably have debt like most people, because unfortunately we all succumb to the system. You might have health issues start coming up because you're not 18 anymore, and if you don't take good care of yourself, health issues will come up. You might have responsibilities. You might have rent. You might have a car. You might have things that you have to take care of. You can't just pack up and move across the planet. And your identity of who you are starts to become more and more real. All these things slowly reduce optionality. And realistically, you only have about 5 to 7 years where radical change is still relatively cheap. That's the clock that I'm feeling personally. Not panic, not even doom, but awareness. I know myself. They say 5 to 7 years. That's very true. Because I'm 28. I want to do music, for example. If the first time people hear me is when I'm 37, that's a problem for me. Now, luckily, I have good genes and I'll still look young at 37. But musically, you want your youthful energy and you want your prime years to be used well. And that's just facts. Don't try to cope with reality. Don't try to cope with time. Time is a real thing. For me, being 28 feels very intense. And it's not very random. I can understand why it feels so intense. Because around this age, your brain fully integrates long-term time awareness. You don't just know time passes, you feel it passing. Every day, every second. Comparison hits harder. All the people that I consider my peers are killing it. Regret becomes concrete. Fantasy timelines collapse. This isn't a crisis, it's a reckoning. It's the moment you stop asking, who could I be? And you start asking, who can I become? That discomfort is not failure. I can't even say that word right. That discomfort is not failure. Failure. It's consciousness. Father time. The system people misunderstand. Let's talk about father time. Father time. Time doesn't nurture. That's what Mother Nature's for. It doesn't encourage. It doesn't care about your intentions. What time does is it tests you. It turns small habits into identities. It turns delays into consequences. It turns action into leverage. You don't negotiate with time. You either align with it or you age out of windows quietly. It's not cruelty, it's honesty. You also don't beat time by rushing. This is very important. You don't beat time by panicking. You don't beat time by sprinting blindly. You don't beat time by trying to catch up. You beat time by showing up daily. Time becomes your friend when you ship instead of waiting. You move instead of planning endlessly. You accept imperfection. You compound small actions. Time rewards consistency, not intensity. What this means for me right now, at 28 years old, I don't need to be ahead, but I need to be in motion. Motion turns remaining youth into leverage. Stalling turns it into regret. I didn't waste my life, but I was unconscious. And waking up hurts. It hurts pretty bad. But awareness at 28 is powerful because I still have some runway. The only mistake now would be going back to sleep. Most people don't run out of youth. They run out of honesty with themselves. So be honest. That would put you ahead.